Again, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tasha Marsalia. I'm the Executive Director of the Plainfield Shorewood Area Chamber of Commerce. And this is our second time being able to host this event with the Village of Shorewood. We're really excited. For those of you that did not know, 2 years ago, our chambers merged, and so that's how we became Plainfield Shorewood Area Chamber. So we're really excited to hear what's been going on in Shorewood and what's to come. But before we start, I just want to thank a few people. I do have a few board members. I'm not going to say their names to embarrass them, but I'm going to ask them if they could stand. I think there's 5 of you here. If you can stand, I will call you out. Thank you. Our board members are all volunteers on our organization, and I truly appreciate all the stuff that you guys do for me and for our organization and our community, so thank you again. The next 2 people that I do want to introduce real quick is our sponsors. Our chamber does monthly luncheons and events like this, and this year we have 2 sponsors that actually sponsor all of those events, so I'm going to ask them to come up. I've got Callie Larson with Callie Larson Real Estate and Joe Lagilia with Oakleaf Community Mortgage.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to be brief so we can get this started, but we just want to welcome all of you. My name is Joe Lagilia with Oakleaf Community Mortgage, located in downtown Plainfield. And I just want to take my 30 seconds to highlight this 2-year experiment of the Shorewood and Plainfield Chamber of Commerce's coming together and what that's meant for the growth of this community and all of us coming together to be able to lift up other businesses, lift up the community. So we appreciate it. We've been able to serve 3,000 families since 2016, and we look forward to many more years of success. With that, I want to introduce Ms. Callie Larson.
Thank you very much, Joe. If you did not get a chance to place a business card in our basket, we will pass this around today. We will be pulling a $25 winner. It is any place you would like in Shorewood. So if you're the winner, you tell us. We're going to be a little bit specific, and we're going to stick with Shorewood for our winner today. So any gift card, any location in Shorewood, any business owner we would love to support. As Tasha and Joe said, my name is Callie Larson. I am a local business owner, and part of being a business owner, the best thing about it is the relationships. And these luncheons are so fantastic for people in the industries we're in to get to know other people within home construction, home improvement, and on top of that, meeting everybody who has something to do with our clients, whether it's financial advisors, whether it's somebody we can meet for photography, whether it's somebody we could introduce them that could help them with a legislative issue. There's somebody in this room that you know of as a business owner that your client needs to know. And that is the greatest gift of a chamber, is the networking. So thank you very much to our board of directors. Thank you so much to our businesses. Thank you to Ma for being here and supplying their awesome food and wine. So if that's a gift card you want today, just let us know. So please make sure that you get your business card in the basket. With that said, I would love to turn it over to the Plainfield Shorewood Area Chamber of Commerce, Madam President, Tracy Lane.
Thank you, Callie and Joe, for sponsoring this event. Just real quick, a big, huge thank you to Shorewood Glen for having us here today and opening up their space to us, and to Mauve for the delicious food and wine and beer. Make sure you grab something before you guys head out. So as Callie said, I'm Tracy Lane. I'm the chairman of the board for the Plainfield Shorewood Area Chamber of Commerce, and I have the honor today of introducing the mayor of Shorewood. Mayor DeBold was elected as mayor of Shorewood in 2021. Prior to that, he served as a village trustee from 2017. Mayor DeBold is a very busy gentleman. He currently serves as the chairperson of the WESCOM Executive Committee. He is the chairman of the Grand Prairie Water Commission, and he is also a member of the Joliet Junior College Paramedic Advisory Board. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce Mayor DeBold.
Well, thank you everybody for coming out today. I'm truly humbled to be able to do this again. So definitely it's a pleasure to have a room full of business community, business leaders, friends, family, and colleagues alike. Before I get started, yes, I also want to thank Shorewood Glen for their hospitality, for allowing us to come here. It's greatly appreciated. We know what Shorewood Glen does for our community in the way they give back. So very much appreciated for that hospitality. Plainfield Shorewood Chamber of Commerce, thank you for hosting this event. again, very humbled and honored to be able to be invited, and you guys willing to put forth the time and effort to coordinate all of this and all the legwork that goes into coordinating a host, working with our staff to make certain that this can go on. As I go to get started here, I do want to recognize some elected officials that were able to join us today. State Senator Meg Capel from the 49th District's here today. Representative Harry Benton's here from the 97th. Thank you. I didn't see if Larry made it in. He may have been delayed. Otherwise, we do have Will County Executive Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant here. Will County Clerk Lauren Staley-Ferry made it over here today. And Mayor Chris Brown from the city of Morris came out to join us today. So thank you, Mayor Brown there. Also, it would be hue of me to not mention, we do have some trustees from the village of Shorewood come out today. Trustee Don Carroll and Scott Selfridge are here, along with Lana Jakaitis, our village clerk. So again, thank you for everybody. And like, again, I know there are numerous representatives from other municipalities, from Troy Township to Shanahan to Joliet Junior College and everywhere in between. We have trade partners here, we have business partners here, and again, thank you for coming out and joining me. So with that, good afternoon and thank you again for joining me on my second State of the Village address. I am no less nervous than I was a year ago, and I'm still very humbled and honored to be the mayor of Shorewood. As I reflected on what I said in my opening statements last year, I realized that much is still the same. Yes, I'm a little more experienced and I've gained an abundance of knowledge in the last year, but my vision remains the same. I still feel it is an extreme privilege to be in this position, and that I am afforded the opportunity to meet and work with so many wonderful people. I am also still learning. No 2 days have been the same, which means I have new situations and new endeavors to embark on regularly. The learning process is ongoing, and I can also continue to develop a deeper understanding of effective communication, and I still strive for a safe environment for residents and visitors alike. I continue to showcase Shorewood, and according to my wife, I am still working on being a better listener. She says that will be a lifelong, I'll be a lifelong learner in the listening department. But I believe the role of mayor is a position that comes with great responsibility, but an even greater reward. I also know for certain that my position could not exist without the work and partnership of many people and every day. I thank in each and every one of those that take part in making Shorewood the best it can be. I am excited to share our accomplishments with everybody from the past year, as well as our future plans with everyone. I want to start off by touching base with Rebuild Illinois. The Rebuild Illinois program is a $45 billion investment in roads and bridges across the state of Illinois over a period of 6 years. We know Illinois is the 6th largest state in the country and has an average at best rating for infrastructure, and many of our roads and bridges are just unacceptable. Bless you. This plan was created to fix these problems, and Shorewood, as well as surrounding areas, is fortunate to be included. $75 million is allotted for the reconstruction of Route 52 from River Road to Hobolt Road. With the addition of new lanes and new signalization, we can expect to see a much more conducive traffic flow through the area. Additionally, a diverging diamond traffic pattern is currently being constructed at I-55 and Route 59. The new configuration will allow access from Route 59 in both directions on Interstate 55. This will also assist in the movement of traffic for our residents and people from other communities coming to visit. Finally, although not part of the Rebuild Illinois program, it is noteworthy to mention that Sile Road will be rebuilt and a new bridge will be constructed over the DuPage River. Utility work for this project is currently underway with a projected completion date of 2028. Governor Pritzker was in Shorewood last year discussing some of these projects, and I believe that the improvements that are being implemented in town and locally will definitely be beneficial to the village of Shorewood. Specifically, we're going to all have headaches coming through I-55 and Route 59. but look for the greater optimism of the redevelopment opportunities that's now going to exist. The fact that the Village of Shorewood has moved its public works facility to a central location out on Mound Road, so the village owns a 7-8 acre parcel of land. Cutting Edge Catering is no longer open. Their property is also up for sale. So just on that main intersection, there's upwards of 15 acres of redevelopment. So again, Route 59 with this interchange is going to create a whole new set of opportunities for the village, for us and residents, from businesses, restaurants, retail, and we will continue to strive for that. In regards to money, talk about finance for a moment. It is refreshing to report that the village is operating within our approved $15.9 million general fund budget. Revenues are currently exceeding expenses by approximately $3 million. It's important to mention that this $3 million surplus will be used towards our Lake Michigan water project. Financially, we have been making investments in staff, in particular the Economic Development Department. We have added staff to this department, not only out of need, but also to increase productivity. We've invested $1.5 million in park construction, which I'll elaborate a little bit further on in regards to our Parks and Recreation section. And keep in mind, we do all of this with a tax rate of 0.263, 3 cents on the dollar to the village. So speaking of some infrastructure, we'll talk about the Lake Michigan Water Project. Moving into this, as a quick refresher, January 2022, our village board unanimously voted to become the third member of the Regional Water Commission, better known as the Grand Prairie Water Commission. The surrounding towns that have joined the commission are Channahon, Crest Hill, Joliet, Romeoville, and Minooka. Together, our task is to design a water transmission system required to bring water from the city of Chicago to the region. A few highlights on this project: it's approximately 30 miles of 66-inch diameter pipe, 62 miles of total pipe leading to all the different distribution facilities for all 6 communities. Shorewood's putting in a 5 million gallon receiving and pumping station at a price tag of about $30 million alone. With all of our overall share, just for the village of Shorewood, is approximately $80 million, and that's based on 2020 dollars. So we know that price is going to go up a little bit, but reliable, safe drinking water is something that we all want, we all strive for. In regards to responsible water, I do want to highlight with the commission, there's a program called the Wyland Mayor's Challenge. Mayors from across the country participate in this program in regards to water conservation. We are out there to promote water conservation in ways such as sprinkling restrictions, shower timers, believe it or not, they exist, and rain barrels. So amongst the 6 communities in the Grand Prairie Water Commission, there's a little friendly competition as to who can get the most people to sign up and sign the pledge. So I encourage everybody, sign up at mywaterpledge.com and say Shorewood. Sorry, but any other municipalities that are part of our commission that are here. I'll move on to our Public Works Department. On March 25th, we hosted an open house for our new Public Works facility, and the turnout was fabulous. Construction of this building began in August 2021, and the project was completed in November 2022. Because this facility is on a 40-acre property and contains 74,000 square feet of space, the village is able to house all of its equipment and personnel in one location. The building's got 4 mechanics bays, 4 division shops, fabrication shop, wash bay, training room. In addition to the property has it's the home of our 3,000-ton salt dome, Christmas tree farm, and secured police impound lot, material storage bins. Additionally, the building acts as the central fueling site and will serve as the future location of our lake water receiving station with a 5 million gallon underground receiving station. Since 2021, the Public Works Department has had an aggressive schedule catching up on our roadway maintenance. The 2022 MFT resurfacing project was completed on time and done within budget. This project consisted of 4.8 miles of roadway and was done at a price tag of $1.8 million. Our 2023 MFT resurfacing project is anticipated to be 5.2 miles with a budget of $3.15 million. Why, you might ask, such a large difference in price? As everybody's well aware, fuel cost. Fuel cost has significantly increased. We also have identified certain sections of our town that need full depth reconstruction of the roadways. So although we may not be going we may not be gaining as much in distance, we have sections of town that we have identified that need a complete rebuild of the roads within different parts of our subdivisions. For many years, there was no direct path or sidewalk along Route 52 from Whinstone to River Road. It was only a temporary gravel path, and many residents inquired about something more permanent. As many of you may know, the village board listened, and we addressed this problem last year at the request of our residents. So again, I want to stress to our community that I and this village board do listen to resident concerns, and we will do everything that we can to address those. In May of last year, the village completed the asphalt mixed-use path to complete the connection from Whinstone to River on the south side of 52. And we're continually working to extend our walking path network in order to tie more segments together throughout our neighborhoods. In addition to maintaining water mains, sidewalks, and over 80 centerline miles of roadway, the Public Works Department is responsible for many other tasks and event setups throughout the year. This work does not go unnoticed, and whatever the job is, the outcome is second to none. A draft regarding to our Economic Development Department, a draft comprehensive plan was received at a public hearing in the Planning and Zoning Commission last month on March 22nd. The plan addressed the village's needs regarding housing, commercial areas, industrial uses, and economic development. The plan also included a recreational master plan. In regards to this updated comprehensive plan, it's important to understand for our residents, the village of Shorewood has approximately 12 square miles of undeveloped land currently within our boundary agreements. Mayor Brown from Morris is aware, we have a little bit of a running joke, we're going to be neighbors. So we do not have a western boundary agreement. So the village of Shorewood has the opportunity to continue developing west in a 2-mile wide stretch. Additionally, within this updated comprehensive plan, sub-areas referencing Route 59 and Route 52 and Ridge Road as focal points. As we know, with the redevelopment of the interchange down there at I-55 and Route 59, in addition, the rebuilding of Route 52 from River Road to Humboldt is going to additionally create vast opportunities of how we can redevelop some of those corridors. 59 and 52 being one of them, and Ridge Road and 52 being on our western development segment as another focal point as we continue to grow west. The Hamptons project was approved by the village board on August 23rd of last year. This project will be a mixed-use development with a variety of commercial, residential, and recreational uses. Some of the amenities apart from this development will include pedestrian and bicycle paths along the roadways and around the pond. Also, there'll be bike racks, benches, decorative streetlights to enhance the area and make it more appealing for all of our residents. The village welcomed Raising Cane's in 2022, and I believe it's been quite a success. I know my daughter and son-in-law have become regular supporters since it's opened. In addition to Raising Cane's, Treadfit, Shorewood, Big B Coffee opened their doors last year, just to name a few. Some of the new businesses that have opened this year, Express Med Spa, Deals and Treasures, Wingstop, and ID Logistics have already opened this year. We are anticipating Tube Teas Boba, La Michoacana, and Pizza Ranch to open a little bit later this year as well. As always, we continue to spread the word that Shorewood is an excellent place to call businesses call home. Recently, the Troy Fire Protection District purchased a property out there on Jones Road to open Fire Station 3. They plan on making this a training facility, not just for Troy, but for the region. As I touch on regards to the fire department, let's not forget more of a tragic incident that occurred right on our boundaries. Tri-County Stockdale was a great home, although just outside the village of Shorewood's limits. Due to the fire and the size of that facility, the runoff from the fire and the impact that it had on numerous residents through the waterways. The village reacted promptly to protect the watershed so any of the chemicals didn't get into the DuPage River and to protect further environmental issues. I can assure you there were more people and more agencies that just had letters after their name coming out, reaching out to help us resolve these problems. With that, I can only state that I'm grateful and humbled to know that we had that many resources made available to us to help mitigate this and minimize the impact to our residents. And finally, Restoration Church will be building a new location on the southwest frontage road off of Sile as well. In regards to our police department, I want to highlight the police department as part of our presentation this year. Not only are they responsible for keeping our community safe, but their diligence and commitment to the village has acquired Shorewood as a spot on the top 10 safest cities in Illinois, according to Travel Safe Abroad's website. This is definitely something for us to be proud of. Our police department just doesn't police. They also partake in a number of events and activities to engage with our residents and give back to the community. Last year's annual Law Enforcement National Night Out was a huge success. We had over 500 adults and children attend and were able to interact with members of our department. It's a wonderful opportunity to see everyone come out and get to know each other on a more casual level. The 16th annual Shop with a Cop also took place last year and will be held again this year. Through generous donations from individuals as well as companies in the community, the police department raised over $14,000 for this event. Our police department was able to make Christmas a little brighter for 19 children who were able to spend the day shopping with officers for presents for themselves as well as for their families. The pictures on Facebook were proof that the police officers seemed to be having just as much fun as the children. The police department also participated in No Shave November, which is the St. Baldrick's volunteer head shaving event, in multiple fundraisers for the Special Olympics. These are just some of the extras that often go unnoticed but are immensely appreciated. One of the laws passed last year made it mandatory for all police officers to wear body cameras. The Shorewood Police Department is required to do so by 2025, but our department's ahead of this deadline and we implemented body cameras for all officers effective March 1st. All officers in the village now meet the requirements of the law and are outfitted with these body cameras. Also mentionable is that the police department has been working with other local agencies who have implemented a drone program. 4 Shorewood officers have completed the drone training and they are in the final steps of ordering drones and getting this program started for us. This is just another example of how we continue to strive to keep up to date and prioritize community safety. In regards to our parks and recreation, my slogan is still Showcase Shorewood. I say it often because I truly believe Shorewood is a safe, clean, and exciting community that is beautifully kept and continuously well maintained. Whether you work here or are attending an event or an activity on the weekend, you're lucky enough to call it home. Our village really is the place to be. That being said, the village board and I are committed to investing in our parks. The Public Works Department has developed a multi-million-dollar park replacement program to rehabilitate many of our aging parks. 2 of our oldest parks, Kitts Corner and Diana Park, were just revamped, and each of those parks received new playground equipment. In addition, construction is expected to begin in K-Crest Park in August, and this park should be completed by November, possibly December. Each park that I just mentioned is over 25 years old, so revitalization of this process was not only necessary, but a welcome and uplifting enhancement to our neighborhoods. On March 1st of this year, the village was awarded a $600,000 state grant from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources as part of the Open Space Land Acquisition Development, or OSLAD program. We intend to use this grant money in addition to matching that amount and use this funding towards the first phase of our River's Edge Park. River's Edge Park will be a 32-acre community park located in the River Crossing subdivision and will have a number of uses including river access, playground with a zip line, ninja course, and a continuation of our trail network. The first phase of this project is on the western end of the site, which will include the river access, the beginning of the playground, volleyball courts, and the parking lot. With 32 acres of land to be developed, I'm very excited to see this project evolve. Another new addition to the village is the outdoor ice rink, located at Four Seasons Park. This is a weather-dependent rink, meaning if Mother Nature allows it to be frozen, we can use it. All are welcome to enjoy. It was great to see so many people of all ages taking advantage of this local opportunity to play hockey or just show off some simple skating skills. Even with the mild winter this year, I did try it myself. Being careful not to fall and hurt myself, as I'm definitely not a spring chicken anymore. And with that being said, as mild as the winter was, we had numerous residents reach out to us and thank us for investing in our parks. Even though they've referenced the ice rink may have been short-lived this year, they look forward to seeing something next year. And again, those opportunities that the village and I will continue to invest in our community. Shorewood is showcased throughout the year by a number of successful events and activities. Next month, we will once again have our Memorial Day ceremony in front of the Village Hall. It's an honor to honor those who have paid the ultimate price for serving our country. This year's tribute will begin at 9 a.m. and will include a rifle salute and a keynote speaker. Thursdays in the village are a big hit with our party in the park nights. We have a weekly rotation of movies and concerts that will continue in the summer through June and July. There are also dates planned for August and September, and I think each year the crowds have continued to increase. People really enjoy venturing out on a weeknight for a few hours. Coinciding with our Thursday night party in the park events is the Shorewood Artisan Market. Enjoy some food, music, or a movie while browsing markets with family and friends. Coming back again this year also is our Barbecue and Brews event. This will be our second year hosting such event and will take place on Saturday, June 10th. If you missed it last year, try to attend. Can't go wrong with beer and barbecue. Our Cardboard Boat Regatta will be July 8th. This year we're adding food trucks and a band. We're trying to turn this one up a notch and make it a little more family-oriented for the entire day for everybody. Try to keep an eye on our website. There'll be more information coming for this. And as always, the Crossroads Fest is planned by the first weekend in August. This is a 3-day festival planned by the Shorewood Area Chamber of Commerce and is attended by our residents as well as those from surrounding communities. Hopefully the weather will cooperate this year for our Sunday morning parade to kick off on time. Oktoberfest is another annual event that has proven to be a great success. This is the last Saturday in September and a perfect opportunity to savor the last bits of nice weather while enjoying food, beer, and live music. Soon after Oktoberfest is our yearly Autumn Fest, which takes place the Sunday before Halloween. One of my favorite annual events is the village's annual holiday markets. My wife told me try to make the markets more like a Hallmark movie. So I think the tree lighting, the lighting of the tree to kick it off definitely helps in that regard. Last year was another fantastic success. Even with the brutally cold weather, many came out and enjoyed food, drinks, shopping, and just the overall atmosphere as we began the holiday season. Once again, we will have Santa and his reindeer, many vendors selling items for all ages, our local establishments, Mad Hatchet Brewing, Mauve, Will County Brewing, as well as other variety of food and goodies to choose from. I can't get enough of the roasted cinnamon pecans that the one vendor has sold the last 2 years. If you have not been to the holiday markets and you like nuts, I highly recommend you come out this year. Holiday markets will be December 1st through December 3rd. Without a doubt, I will continue to showcase Shorewood, as well as advocate on behalf of our residents and businesses. I welcome suggestions, questions, concerns, and even challenges that will keep our town growing responsibly, maintain the beauty of our village, and most importantly, preserve Shorewood's spot as one of the safest cities in Illinois. I look forward to another year of collaboration and continued success that will further enhance Shorewood's advancement and prosperity. Thank you for coming today.